Hey everyone, today we got a quick guide on Necromancer's Origins, the second Abyssal dungeon for Tier 1 in Lost Ark. This guide will go over any wipe mechanics and any attack patterns you need to know so you can clear the dungeon on your first time. And a quick disclaimer that this guide will only go over the main bosses, but if there are any add sections you need to worry about, then I will include it. Starting off with Reanimated Gara, the first boss of the raid, what you'll need to do is determine your order in which to take his Death Gaze ability. Whenever he uses the Death Gaze ability, he will send out a pulse, and then each player will get one Death Orb over their head, which you can see very clearly. For each pulse that he sends out, he will summon a golden orb that can be used to cleanse all the orbs on a player. Once this orb is used, it will disappear until the next time he pulses out to add more Death Orbs. The limit here is 5, so if he gets 5 Death Orbs on any player, he will wipe the entire party. And that's why you need to determine an order and who gets the orb, because if 2 players have 4 orbs and there's only 1 golden orb left to go, then your party is going to wipe whenever one of them gets that 5th orb. And at that point, there will be no way to cleanse it. Thankfully, the game pretty much already does this by looking at the party section of your UI to the very far left. The number by your name typically means the order in which you'll take the orbs. So for example, the number next to my name is number 1, so I will take the first orb. And so on and so forth until the boss is defeated. Other than your typical AoE attacks, there are 3 I want you to watch out for in particular. The first one being this tail swipe. If you see him swipe his tail in a small fashion, just go ahead and get in front of him because a bigger tail swipe with an AoE marker will appear behind him. Also, if he starts firing off this double cone attack, the best place to stand would be at this 45-degree angle so you can quickly switch in between the 2 safe areas. You can do this attack up to 4 times, so just stick with it. And the last one to really watch out for is this double ring attack. There will be a safe area in between the 2 danger zones, so just make sure you're in between that and you should be fine. And thankfully nowadays, most players are kind of over-leveled at this point, so you probably won't have to deal with the Death Orb phase too much, as you'll be able to damage down the boss pretty easily. The second and final boss is called Sigmund the Immortal, and he has an interesting little color mechanic. Every time Sigmund dies, he'll send out a blast of color, be it red or white. At each cardinal direction, top, left, right, and bottom, there will be 2 sets of orbs, each being red and white. You'll need to observe what color he blasts out and then choose the correct color orb. If he sends out red, then choose the red orb. If he sends out white, then choose the white orb. Players will need to assign themselves to a certain area of the map so that they can efficiently choose the correct orb at all 4 locations. With a good enough party, you'll be able to clear Sigmund with no more than 2 deaths. Of course, if you mess up, you'll have to do this mechanic a whole lot more often. For the general mechanics of the fight, Sigmund likes to teleport around and send out big area of effect attacks. Just avoid these like you normally would and you should be fine. One of the trickier ones is whenever he is about to attack a big area, he will have a safe zone right where he is, so just make sure you dodge inward to the AoE instead of outward. He'll also spawn blood puddles on the ground, but they don't deal that much damage, so if you need to stand over them to avoid a big AoE, then please do that. And finally, he has a stagger check wipe mechanic that he'll sometimes throw out. Whenever he does this, he will cover the entire battlefield with a big red AoE and will start charging an attack with a yellow bar below him. This yellow bar is a stagger check bar, and what you'll need to do is use moves with high enough stagger enough times to then break his attack. You can also use whirlwind grenades to help you get the bar down. Stagger him enough times and you'll interrupt the wipe mechanic and give yourself a window of opportunity to land some big damage. Other than that, just avoid big blasts and watch your health and you should be fine. You will clear this tier 1 dungeon in no time. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed or learned something, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Lost Ark content. If you'd like to check out the Demon Beast Canyon video, I have linked it in a card in the top right. That I've been OSK. Y'all have a great day. Comment down below, and I'll see you later.